I am Bilal Zafar, and I am here with my colleague Tore Kjær. We'll walk you through what RCS Business Messaging is, how it works, and why it is a key channel for modern communication. Let's start off simple, Tore. What is RCS Business Messaging?
RCS is a modernized SMS 2.0. It's, what should I say, difference between SMS and RCS is a full body branded experience with interactivity and customized content, and it's delivered right inside your already SMS native app. You don't have to download anything. It comes directly into your SMS inbox with full interactivity.
Let's take a look at the example on the screen.
On the left side, traditional SMS, plain text, maybe a link. On the right side, we got RCS messaging. Notice how it stands out. Verified brand name, company logo, rich images, structured layout, interactive buttons. The RCS keeps the reach and a much higher feature than an ordinary SMS. It adds the buttons and experience that customers now expect and know from other rich channels like email, Messenger, WhatsApp, and other rich channels.
So this moves us from pure text-based messages to something much more interactive.
Exactly, Bilal. We're going from a simple communication on the SMS to a more interactive channel with the RCS. It's more conversational, two-way that we haven't seen before, and this is very exciting.
Can we zoom out for a moment and take us through how we got to where we are today?
SMS was first launched in '92 by Vodafone. He was the CEO, sent a Merry Christmas message to all his employees. And it took actually 2 years before the first SMS came out. So that was a little bit start of it. SMS has been the strongest messaging channel in the world and still is. But in 2007, when Apple came with a smartphone, it gave a whole different level here, because what we ended up with then was possibility on the SMS to have a URL to a landing site, etc. So we got images, branding, buttons, instant replies on the phone, and interactive conversations that we never seen in any other channels. Businesses still rely heavily on SMS because it's the most value and best channel that we have as of today. RCS is also an old solution. It never has been a part of the operator's offering until now. Now Google and the operators have gone together to offer this. And the good thing about this is we get all the good solutions from email, apps, and SMS into one channel that is RCS. This is the new exciting shifts that we're looking at now.
RCS, it isn't replacing SMS, it's kind of an evolution of SMS. Do I understand that correctly?
Exactly. RCS is the next generation of messaging. As I said earlier also, SMS 2.0 takes us to the next level. It shifts us more from informational SMS one way to a conversational and more interactive, where you can communicate a lot with the brands and with the offerings you're getting. And of course, on customer care, other notifications, and at least marketing. If you buy a product, you can actually get the user manual on video after you bought it.
Amazing.
So it's a next level.
Why is this shift so important right now?
Today, the customers expect personalization, instant interaction, transparency. They want secure communication, that is very important. You want a secure channel, and a seamless mobile experience that you haven't seen before. And RCS enables all these expectations to the customers and ticks off on everything they want. So the ROI is getting much higher for the companies within marketing, customer care, information, etc. So we see the numbers of the feedback of the end customers are exploding because of all these features we have in RCS.
You often describe RCS as best of all channels. Can you explain what that actually means?
Yes, of course. It's actually 3 channels: SMS, apps, and email. And you take all their functions into one channel, like the RCS is, you will get a much better experience. When I highlight from each of those 3 channels, SMS is a massive reach. That's number 1. High opening rates, number 2, that none of the other channels have. And then from the apps, you have the rich media that SMS never had. And then you have a conversational flow that SMS and email doesn't have. And when you top that from the email world with structured layouts, strong branding, and of course, statistics and opening and tracking what the customers are clicking on and using. It empowers this app very strongly into one solution. And it's not an app, it's your native SMS inbox where the RCS is coming. That is the strength of RCS.
That sounds amazing.
It is. I promise you, it's very exciting.
You mentioned briefly, maybe you can elaborate a bit more about the performance of RCS.
The performance have been very strong when we see all the POCs that we've done globally, especially in France and other countries with top brands. So we'll come back to that a little bit later, but the results have been amazing.
You touched briefly on security, which is a critical part of messaging. How does RCS address that?
Through an agent verification. To send an RCS, you need to be verified by Google and the operator in the countries that you're sending. When you get that agent, you're ready to send RCS through companies like Link. So for the end customer, it's very important because when you receive the RCS into your SMS inbox, you got a company logo on the RCS. When you click and open it, it opens with a logo verified by the operator that you are using, saying this is verified, it's not fraud. Then you get verified badges. That means on the messaging inside it is verified also. And on top of that, you get all the information of the customers. Earlier, you just had a customer name in SMS. Now you get all the information about the company with phone numbers, addresses, everything. So that shows it's verified. So for the end user, this is a good way to see that it's not fraud. And that is the strongest part of the RCS compared to any other channel, because you have to be a verified agent. At Link Mobility, we help the customers on this journey to register and onboarding on RCS. We help you to think about how to use it, when to send it, and to be segmented. So we offer the full range on how to succeed on RCS.
So once security and trust is in place, what can businesses actually do with RCS?
This is where it becomes really powerful because it supports several messaging formats that are beyond static text.
Okay.
So you can send a structured message with a large image or video, a headline, supporting description text, one or multiple call to action buttons. And this works well for campaign and product launches, appointment confirmations, payment reminders, policy updates, service notifications, and more. This is highly relevant for industries like retail, banking, insurance, travel, utilities, etc. Carousel allows customers to swipe through multiple options inside a single message. This is perfect for product showcases in retail, loan and saving options in banking, insurance plans, travel packages. It gives customers a clear overview in one interactive experience. These action buttons actually allows the customers to respond with one tap on the phone. For example, confirm a transaction, book an appointment, call support, open a secure link. These are very easy call to action buttons that you can use.
So instead of just informing the customer, businesses can now guide them towards taking action.
Exactly. RCS transforming messaging into interactive customer journey. And that is the whole point about RCS.
Let's make it a bit more concrete. Where do you, Jan Tore, see the strongest use case for RCS messaging?
We see strong use cases in multiple industries, so it's not only one. For example, retail, product discovery, personalized offers. We're going to see a lot of personalized that use your CRM data, make it personalized, is going to be mentioned many, many times. It could be used in abandoned carts, could also be used in catching data, see where the customer clicks in the RCS journey. In banking and insurance, we will see the industry offering a lot more personalized loans. When it comes to travel, we will see more boarding passes in the RCS. We will see gate updates, we will see hotel information. What can I do around my hotel when you arrive? More personalized experiences on all your traveling. And especially in utility and the service industry, appointment scheduling, rescheduling.
So there are a lot of possibility. It seems to me it's less about industry and more about the needs of the customer.
It's so easy. If you communicate with any customers, if it's B2B, B2C, it doesn't matter, because RCS is very relevant in any vertical, any industry. It's perfect for everyone.
If RCS fits all industries, then personalization must be a big part of it. How does RCS support segmentation and data strategy?
This is where RCS becomes very powerful, because back in the 2010s, big brands sent millions of SMS in one bulk. One message, one offer to everyone. And it doesn't fit today's expectations from the end customers. They want it personalized, they want it fast, they want images, they want call to action. By serving and offering this in the RCS, you can collect a lot of data. Where do you go when you scroll? Where do you click? Do you look at colors, sizes, all this information? And when you feed that directly into the CRM system, you get to know a lot about the customers. And then, on top of that, by doing this, you can automate the whole customer journey for each customer, personalized it. The chances of a bigger ROI is much higher. That improves the segmentation that you do before you send out. In small bulks, not in a big million of messages. So that personalizes the future communication from all brands directly to the end customers.
So the potential is huge.
Yes.
Can you tell me a bit more about how the businesses can use RCS or get started with RCS?
That's very easy. Just contact us and we'll help you. There are actually 3 ways here. One is a campaign builder. That's more like a web-based interface that you build everything yourself with the templates and send it out to your customers with all the carousels and call to action buttons. Then you have an easy flow builder solution who does the same as the campaign, but here we have a 2-way communication that you take all the feedback from the customers back at the same time. Then you all have a third option. You have the API integration. Here you integrate with marketing automation tools, CRM, e-commerce, banking, etc. So we can have an API connected to anything. So those are the 3 ways to start with RCS.
So whether you're a global enterprise or a small local company focused on the local area, can the setup adapt?
Exactly that.
To wrap it up, Jan Tore, what are your key takeaways?
That could be many, but you have to think quality, not bulk, as you did in the old days, sending a lot of messages. You have to use segmentation to do the right thing. Choose the right offering or business case before you start. Then you have to make a very good proof of concept, not rush into anything. Test in smaller campaigns. And of course, you have to use a top provider like Link Mobility.
Jan Tore, thank you for your great insight.
Thank you, Bilal.
If you're looking to modernize your communication, RCS is definitely a channel worth exploring. And of course, we are here to help you take your communication to next level.